Hi friends, welcome to Aishu's DIY. We have already seen two pairs of earrings with bargain bead box for the month of February 2023. Now we will see how to make a bracelet. It's a hand mala bracelet technique that I'm going to show you guys. It's pretty easy and very simple. I'm using these amethyst beads. I use two of them. This is like I think 7-inch strand. I use two of them for the earrings, and I have this bead called guru beads. These guru beads have three holes, one the regular hole from top to bottom, and a side hole which is really big, as you guys can see right here. These are called guru beads. I'm using these for the mala bracelet. And also I'm going to use 0.8 millimeter Chinese knotting cord. I pulled up this purple color. It's a little bit strong for the amethyst, but I think it will bring out the purple in here more if I use a darker color than if I use a lighter color, right? I do have a lavender color as well, but I prefer this than that because anyways the thread won't show a lot. So I'm just going to cut, say about so like 15 inches. So because you're just going to thread in the beads and just to come down a little bit, that's about it. So that's all I need, and also a small piece for the knotting, which we can take it a little later. And you also need a lighter. You need a lighter to burn the edges. It's pretty easy to do it, but you need to be really careful. And you wait a bit, and then if you stretch it, it will become like a needle. So it'll be easy to thread on the beads. So I'm just going to tie a knot on the other hand, since I don't want the beads to fall off the other side. Just don't tie it tighter. So just a loose knot, just an overhand knot, and then start putting the beads. You can add the spacer beads if you want to, like these amethyst spacer beads that we got from the box, but I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to add only the beads. You can also use any spacer beads, the metallic spacer beads, the 3 millimeter, 4 millimeter. Anything will look very pretty in this, but as I said, I'm just going to stick to the basics. I really like the feel and texture of this beautiful amethyst. I just don't want it to be distracted by anything at all. So, but you can always add it. It'll be very pretty. So the thing is, spacer beads, bead caps. The bead caps are pretty small that we got from the box. But let me show you guys how will it look with that small bead cap. If you want, you can separate the beads and add some. Let's see. So I have here 7, and there is a 7. Yeah. So let's see. See that? This is how it will look, but it means it's up to you. You can actually have it, or you don't have to put it on. I'll just show you guys by putting one more bead to close the thing off, and you can check out how it looks. Actually, it looks pretty. It doesn't look that bad. So what we can do here is let's see, we can thread on the beads If you want, we can thread on more beads with this. I mean, I have 5 beads here. So what we can do is we can take more of the bead caps. I just put all the findings together thinking that I'm going to use anyways everything. So I have all the findings together. Such a pretty amethyst. It's going to be my staple bracelet for sure. Okay. Continue loading the beads. You can put it every other bead as well. It's totally up to you. Come up with a pattern that you like. That's important. So 5 beads in this thing and 1 more here. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we do that, there will be 1 less. Let's see. Now there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There is 7, and this will be 8. Okay. There we go. So I will take 1 off, actually 2 off this side, since I have a knot which is not tightened. I can remove this. Chinese cord knotting cord is best because it can be melted, and also it's best because it can be easily, you can easily take off the knot and then redo it if it comes wrong. That's really a good feature to have. So that's 1, 3, 5. Yeah, I have to take these 2 more beads and then add the bead caps on either side of the bead. I thought these are 6mm bead caps. I thought it is way too small for a 10mm amethyst bead, but it kind of it kind of looks very pretty when it's put on. It's just like it's raised a little bit from the bead, but it also adds to the texture. Mala beads can be worn and then it can be taken off, and then it can be mantras can be chanted by counting it. So when you have something in the middle, you know exactly for sure how many beads you have actually counted by chanting. So that's actually a good thing. So I'm just centering this beads in the cord just like that, right? So now comes the fun part. And there is a technique to put this this thing inside. So what you can do here is, this is a thin piece of wire, probably a 28 gauge wire. I fold this into half just like this, okay, and keep it. Take my guru beads, okay, and I put this thing inside this, okay, but this has to come here. So what I do is take this wire, put it in here this way. For some reason it's not going. Let's see. So just put that there and then put this thing through it. It's coming this way only. So let me play with it and come back. So what you need to do is just crush this loop a little bit more, and then you just look in here. You can see if something white in this, especially this background, you can see it. So just pop this loop in here, just this way. Okay, you can see the loop inside here. And now you should hold this and pop this wire through that. When you do that and take this, see that? It comes this way. Okay, so now you take this, you go from the other side, but you hold this tight, and again do the same thing. Pop this loop in here, and you have to hold it that way. So this is a bit tricky with the other wire, other thread, but once you have those, there we go. Now pull that through as well. See this? It came through the center hole, and that's what we want. So this is going to be our bracelet, but I want to make sure that it fits me, right? So that's what I want to make sure. I don't know if I have to take one bead off. If I take one bead off, maybe it'll be fine, or else it'll be like this, just a bit down on my, wrist. So I'll be a little loose, just like that. I like it to be tight. I'm thinking I will take one bead off so that the fit is nice. I'll just remove one side of this, and if I take one bead off, the symmetry that I have created here will go off. I did a mistake, so I'm just going to go ahead and loop this again, just like that, and I need to make sure my loop is inside in the proper angle, so you can look through that hole. So that's what helps actually, but I want this to turn around. That's what it does when I do it. Hold it right there, push the cord through. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna keep it at this point. I'm gonna do the rest, making sure both the cords almost equal. It doesn't have to be exactly the same, but in case. Okay, so there we go. When that's done, all you need to do here is take a small piece, like probably 6 to 8 inches. Is actually 6 inches is good enough. Then take it, keep that bracelet right there just the way it is, and keep this underneath and make square knots. If you are not aware of the basic macrame knots, go ahead and watch my tutorial on my channel, basic macrame knots. Then you will come across that. That's pretty easy. I'm doing the square knots, the P's and the Q's. So we are doing the P. You don't have to have a bigger piece because hardly you're going to make 3 or 4 square knots. That's more than enough. So 3 square knots means 3 P's and 3 Q's together. We alternate the P's and Q's. There we go. That's 2. And this is going to be the third one. If you want, you can cut a little bit bigger piece, but I am good. That's good enough. Now all you need to do is snip this off, leaving a shorter tail so that you can melt. And if you are not comfortable pressing that with your hand, you can press it with this as well, the lighter itself. Okay, so that's it. And all you can do is, I just added a stopper at the end so that it has some kind of so if you move this up and down, that's how you can make the bracelet big and low. That's in a big and small. It's an adjustable bracelet. I have only one of the amethyst bead left, so I don't have something for the dangles or something like that, but you can actually do the silver you can do what you can do this one, this dragonfly charm. You can do that, and then you can also do, we have these beads, so this one will do as well. But or we can do the crystal, or this one right here, but I don't know what I can do with it. I still don't want to add this one. This feels a little bit darker, but that's not bad thing actually. Let me just try to take a couple of them, just not much, just 2 of them, and then add the charm first and the bead next. Okay, that looks pretty. So the charm first and the bead next. This bead is not very good, so take another one. It's totally optional. You can add or you don't have to add, and you can add multiple as well, so you don't need a longer cord, so just need a short one. So I'm going to go ahead and tie an overhand knot, just leaving about, say, this much. That's good enough. tighten it up. Make a knot here as well, but don't tighten the knot. Take a tweezers. In my case, I take a tweezer nose pliers, and then hold. Go through that loop that you created and hold the point where you want your knot to come. Exactly at this point. There we go. And just tighten that up. Once you have that tightened, all you need to do here is snip the excess off and then melt it. Make it into a ball. That way our mala bracelet is done. That looks really pretty to me. You just move this and make it big and wear it, and then take this off and move the sliding knot here, and you will have a mala bracelet for yourself. I really like the way it turned out to be. This Chinese knotting cord kind of matches our dangles, and it looks very pretty and comfortable on my wrist. That's what is much more important. I hope you guys like this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification. I do upload videos couple of times a week. Thanks so much for watching this video. Have a good day. Bye bye.